I got a question about the intro. It's been driving me nuts for over a year.
Oh, okay. This is a deep-rooted.
Why is the guy running with a hockey helmet on doing football drills? Just pump that question.
I have no idea.
This is it.
Have you seen it though?
Yeah, I've watched the 8 every week.
Did you ever wonder that?
No, how do you know it's a hockey helmet?
I know because I played hockey and I played football. I know both, and the equipment does not go back and forth.
Did you play high school football?
I did.
Oh, nice. College?
No.
No. You got any good hockey stories?
No.
You got a great hockey story.
I do?
Yeah, this is almost like a Fran Funny hockey story.
Which one?
Scott Oaks.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You want to tell it? Tell the quick version.
We're gonna edit this, right?
No, this is live.
Well, this is live, but we're gonna edit this.
No, this
out
is the
later.
opening of the 8.
I don't want to tell that story. Scott.
It's
Scott will
funny.
like it.
Really?
I don't think I know the story.
All right, we'll just edit this part out. Don't put on the
It's
the
literally
aids.
going to be live.
It's live.
Well, the live is one
No,
thing.
it's not editing it out.
I can restart it. I mean,
No, you're good.
Weird.
Scott Oaks.
Scott Oaks.
Said he was playing in a adult league hockey, and I was like, oh, I played hockey a little bit in high school, and he goes, oh, you had a sub. So I was like, great. But I was like, hey, I haven't played hockey in a long time. This is not full contact hockey, right? This is non-contact league. He goes, oh yeah, it's non-contact league. So we start playing, in the game, and I was a sub. So Scott goes out in the first line. I'm sitting there, and Scott's skating down the ice, and he just goes, bam, into the boards, like full big explosion in the boards, and he goes, skates down the other end of the ice, chasing the puck, and goes, bam, in the boards again. And I was like, and all of a sudden we go to switch lines. He comes back and gets on the bench, and I said, I thought this was a non-checking league. He goes, oh, it is. I can't stop.
That's my favorite story.
Right?
That's a really
True
good
story.
The Fran
True
Funny
story.
and Fran Liberty.
Well, he's going to kill me on that one.
Oh,
Well,
that's
let's
a
see if he
great
watches it.
story.
Yeah. All right.
All right, kick this off.
All right. Fantastic.
That was already fantastic.
I mean, that was a really
Fran
fantastic
Liberty, too,
story.
right?
Yeah, it crosses all Fran Funny.
Yeah.
We got it all covered. We should just
Yeah, Fran Funny, Fran Liberty. We're done.
We're done. We did the 8. Okay. Fantastic. The IFA announced the winners of its 4th annual Franchising Gives Back Awards. So brands Auntie Anne's, Cinnabon, a franchisee for both of those brands, received an award. Molly Mae, Jersey Mike's, Uptown Cheapskate, and College Hunks Hauling Junk were some of the winners.
Thanks for giving back.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Hey, and just because they won doesn't mean the work that you are doing
No.
on the local level is any less important.
And you can check out some other cool stories of franchisees giving back if
Yeah.
you click on the cover that we just did last month.
Great, love it.
Cool. All right, our Fran Celebrity this week is a part of our Franchise Development Leader issue. We spoke with Dan Stone, who is the Chief Business and People Development Officer of Front Burner Brands, which is the management company behind The Melting Pot. So one of the...
Love the melting pot. That was my spot for dates when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, because the lights are dim. You get a nice big bowl of cheese that you get to
It's
dip stuff
everything
in.
that you never need. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of his key insights that I liked from his interview, just about speaking on what he likes about franchising, the networking aspect, and I think we've spoken about this before, but the willingness of people to share information. Cool. All right. On to Fresh Money. So restaurants performed well in August. So there's a new report that's saying that same-store sales were up 1.8%, which makes August the strongest month for the restaurant industry since September of 2015.
Good news.
Does that number take into account Grubhub data?
I'm actually not positive. I would think
so.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be interesting to pull Grubhub or third-party delivery out of that and get the true data point.
Yeah.
Because restaurant brands, I'm sure, I can tell you the sentiment is that things are okay. They're just not great. But a Grubhub is skyrocketing. So anyway,
Something to
could
look
be an
into.
interesting data point to figure out.
All right, our Frant this week, or your Frant this week.
Yeah, what did I write
should say. Millennials and how to, growing your team and be wary of the millennial and the challenges that not even just workplaces, but sports teams, people across the board are facing with
yeah.
the new generation. of millennials that are coming
Yes, I
into the
just
workplace.
talked this morning about this topic with Bo Jackson, who
Yes.
will be featured in an upcoming edition of The Eight and cover issue. Yeah, it's interesting because all the same challenges that businesses are facing, sports teams are facing too. Part of the story is that Aaron Rodgers got frustrated with his receivers because they weren't hustling in practice, and literally it said, do this play. There was no question marks. It was like run and hustle and do this, whatever that was. He's like, they didn't hustle, they didn't try, he got frustrated. I think that's the same frustration that some businesses are having of how do you motivate the next group of folks. Bo Jackson mentioned this this morning when we were discussing this. He's like, I bet you if you ask someone who would be considered a millennial to make a phone call using a rotary phone, they wouldn't know what to do. It's an interesting concept. So part of it is we're treating millennials as equal, but technology that they grew up with is vastly different than what some of the groups, and Aaron Rodgers is criticizing that next age group, and it's not millennial. It's really the age group that's right underneath whatever you are, because millennials will still complain about those that are younger.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Yeah. I know, Emily and I are like, oh, we're millennials.
Are you
that
not mic'd today?
functional.
Are you mic'd?
No.
Oh, so you can't
You can still
contribute.
hear me.
I can. So anyway, thanks for interrupting my rant.
Didn't do that.
But yeah, check it out. And another one, I think I mentioned it in the column, was Ryan Sandberg when he quit mid-season coaching the Phillies. He said, I'm tired of the entitled player. So the point is it's everywhere. I don't see that as a threat. I see that as an opportunity. Figure out a way on how to motivate whatever class is coming up next, then you can win.
All right, branching forward. So there is a new tool that is designed to help brands franchise forward. So this was created in order to be a tool for franchise sales to solve kind of what was lacking there, called Fran Engage. So it's an app that shows people on a sales team what a prospect is looking at and when they're actually looking at it. So I think that that's going to be a key piece of insight.
Who created that?
Mark.
Yeah, Mark
Yeah.
from Lightbridge Academy. There's your shout out, Mark. Thanks for watching the 8. He was watching the 8 last week, and he said, I want to tell you about something that I'm working on. He sent it to us. So there you go. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Send us swag. It makes it in the background.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
give us news ideas. We'll add it in here. As long as it's good. No garbage stuff.
All right, Fran Funny.
All right, this week, Sean already told one about Scotto. Because Emily is not mic'd, I think it's Sean's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to set the story up.
Ooh, this makes me nervous.
And then you just have to say whatever you think about it. There isn't a punchline. It's not a dad. It's
Okay.
not a dad joke, so you don't have to like fill in a punchline.
I like dad jokes.
I mean,
Stop putting it
I
on her
do too,
screen.
clearly.
It's not fair.
I can't see.
So Domino's, their Russian operation, they had a promotion that was going to offer a lifetime of free pizza. Customers up to 100 free pizzas a year for 100 years if they branded themselves with Domino's ink that was like on a visible part of their body.
Ink, for those of you who are older or younger, that's slang for tattoo.
Yes. Thoughts?
I think it's a great idea, and even when I heard about it, I said, "Ooh, I might even consider doing that." But then now it's visible. I'd be like, "Yeah, maybe I wouldn't." But
You
not
get
a
a
bad.
Domino's tattoo?
I thought about it for a second. I don't have one, but I thought about it for a second.
For the record, I'm here to clarify. He did not think about it for a second. He goes, 100 pizzas? I would do that. I wasn't thinking about it. He was all in.
It was just ready
100
to
pieces
go.
a year is a good deal.
Have you had any
Especially if
other,
you have tattoos and stuff.
out of curiosity, have you made any other like promotions or deals to get a tattoo?
No.
You sure?
We'll find out in the future.
The answer is yes.
We should live stream that.
Yeah, we'll sponsor it.
Yeah.
How about we pay for it if we can live stream you getting it?
Well, if
That's
I
a
do
good
that,
deal.
I would do that. If I do it, if I go through with it.
How about we get to pick the spot? How about we do
No.
How about we do a vote on the 8 for where it goes?
No.
No face.
No.
How about you pick 5 spaces?
No face or neck.
I'm very nervous about the whole thing.
Ooh, yeah, knuckles. Would be, yeah,
I gotta tell you, I broke my arm.
You get
I've broke my leg.
1851.
I've never had more pain in my life than getting a tattoo.
That really concerns me.
No, I'm trying to.
I was about to be like, no, it's not painful
No, it
at
doesn't hurt.
all. Well, I mean, it's a needle. It's a little bit of pain, but it's not.
Is there a tattoo franchise?
I'm sure. And no matter what, just know that it won't be any worse than getting your family crest on your shoulder at IFA.
That's true, which I did not do. But someone else has that we know.
Sorry, I totally
Sidebar.
I had a sidebar going on. You're saying what? What did I miss?
No, I mentioned a family crest on a shoulder that was tattooed at IFA.
Yeah, there were a lot of tattoos happening at IFA.
A lot of tattoos.
Yeah. All right. For inspiration.
For inspiration.
So this comes from Bob Anderson, CEO of Jim Boy's Tacos, who is also a part of our franchise development leader issue. So I find that the energy, enthusiasm, and optimism of entrepreneurs can be challenging at times. At other times, it could even be treacherous. But when it is harnessed correctly, it is exhilarating and incredibly rewarding.
Do you know how smart you make people sound? I think it's just your voice.
Thanks.
I think it's very kind.
Thanks, guys.
Like, try giving me a quote.
Like attribute a quote
Yeah.
to you. That's like really difficult.
Thanks a lot. Everybody else? That's
Brands don't sell brands, people do.
Ooh, that was good.
Impressive. That is a Nick Powell's quote, too.
It is.
Yes.
It's an original. All right. Frenemies versus Frans. I'm going to call out, I think, Frenemy on this one.
Great.
So Subway might be doing away with the $5 footlong. So there's a new article, CNBC is saying that the brand might now leave that up to franchisees as to whether or not they want to offer that at their own locations. I mean, I get it. Subway is like in a bit of a situation at the moment, but I feel like that's something that's so iconic and associated to the brand that if you go in and you can't get it, people are going to be angry.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's here's the moral of that story.
Mm-hmm.
Great ideas stay with you forever. So it's very hard to get away from something that you've implemented as a brand. Whether it's Domino's saying, anybody who gets a tattoo, you get free pizza for a year, it stays forever. And then when you say, oh, just kidding, only the first 350, in a world where everything is recorded, don't change up your marketing. Don't bring something out that you may change in the future. So look at the Subway thing. If you think you have the greatest idea in the world that's going to change your brand, just understand that future you may disagree with that. So, I like the flexibility of letting the franchisees decide.
Mm-hmm.
The franchisees hated the idea in the first place, but it probably helped propel that brand. So, Frenemy.
I think Frenemy.
Frenemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
All right.
Great.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
That was a great ending.